Hey, John. Good evening. Can you hear me well? Hey, John. Good evening. Thank you, John. Yeah, I just thought I would, since the garage cooled down a little bit, I thought I would do a live stream. Hello, David Mitchell. A layout tour. This is on my laptop, so I don't know if I would be able to do that. I mean, I have done it in the past, but that might be kind of difficult because I've got everything tethered up to it. So I don't know. I might touch something that I don't want to touch. But anyways, good evening, guys. I didn't know if anybody would come up, so it's cool to have you guys here. Where are you guys chatting from, if you don't mind me asking? Hi, Charles. Thank you for coming on. My garage kind of cooled down a little bit, so that's where I'm in California. Thanks, John. So where are you guys chatting from, if you don't mind me asking? Hi, Milton. Yeah, I don't know why that is either. It could be the camera on the laptop. Hey, Heath. Good evening. I know it's got to be late for you, brother. Okay, so Milton says he's from San Antonio. John says he's from northern Indiana. And Charles says he's in Arkansas. Yeah, Heath, I know it's 11 o'clock there. Well, this is how us West Coast guys roll. At least one of us. Yeah, let me see if I can get that glare to go. Let me see if I can move it. Hang on, guys. I don't know if that's even any better. Let me see here. Well, it's kind of a little bit. It's not any better, but I think it's because of the way the valence it shoots all that light down right at the layout. Of course, that's where I want it. It's 11 there too. Yeah. It's kind of hard for the West Coast to the West Coast guys kind of do a live stream because most of everybody's on the East Coast. So, but I might want to try to do this more often and try to get it to a point where, I can have some of the guys from the East Coast come on as well. But thank you for all being here. Look, if you guys have any questions, shoot. Yeah, I wish I can get rid of that damn glare. I don't know what to do. Let me see if hold on, guys. Let me see if I can move this. Maybe I can move it to a different position. Hold on, guys. All right. Well, why I kind of got it. Okay, so like this is my lift up bridge. It's like 4.5 feet long. That you see the container train going over. All right, let me duck down. Let me see. So here's kind of, maybe I can give a somewhat overview. And then it does have a bottom section, which the trains come around and then they come up around here, but that's kind of the rest of the layout. I'm going to set this down. Yeah, I got the same thing going on there too. You know, the lights are just so damn bright. It's got to be the camera. I did order another camera. Yeah, that's not really good either. Wow. That's like a whiteout almost. Thank you, Heath. He says it looks really great, and you're lucky to have that space. Well, it is in a garage. It's not in a basement. So it's got its ups and it's got its down. And usually during the summertime, I'm not out here because it's way too damn hot. Gerald, you need to get more light on you. Yeah, I know. You know, Heath, I'm still new to all this, and everybody on the chat, I'm still new to this. I just opened up to YouTube about 5.5 months ago, and for anybody who's on this chat, go check out Heath's channel. He's got a really cool channel, and he's been doing this for a long time. I'm just new to this game, and I've been welcomed completely into this hobby and into YouTube. Well, thank you, Thank you, Heath. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Anyways, I just decided to put one of my locomotives up. It is a double main track. It is, um, it's modern. I do run some steam. So I did order a camera for this, a different kind of camera. So hopefully that will help out. Yeah, so my garage is like 20 by 20, and I've used every available space because I do like to run long trains. And I do have quite a few industries, and I do love to switch because that's kind of what it's about too. So anybody else has some questions? Okay, John says nice space. I'm lucky to have a basement here in Indiana. Yeah, no, I envy all the guys that have basements. Okay, Heath asks, "What's my current project?" Well, it's kind of funny because I kind of got on Artie's show about an hour ago, and he was talking about his round table. That's kind of what I'm working on right now. But the problem is, we just started getting 100+ degrees here in Southern California, so it gets really hot. So usually, if I'm going to work on something, it's usually really late at night. So John asks, what kind of track do you use? All the track that I use is Pico. It's all Pico Code 83, and my switches are all Pico as well. This is not my first layout. I've done quite a few, and I've used all codes. I've used Atlas 100, and which is perfectly fine too. I just found for me, Pico Code 83 and the switches to work really, really well for my layout. And all my switches are Electrofrogs, and they're all number 8s. And the reason why I run number 8s because I like to run sometimes 3 or 4 engines, and when I'm backing up into a switch, that's just me. Sometimes the 6-axle diesels get kind of bound up a little bit, so I found number 8s really work very, very well for my situation. Number 6s are perfect. Okay, Charles asks, have you ever used Easy Track? Of course, yeah, I've used it, and it works fine. You know, I do want to say though, speaking of track, I've learned that however you lay your track down, it has to be good, because if you do not lay good track work, everything else that you're going to do is just going to fumble, because if your trains aren't running correctly, it's because of your track work. So it doesn't really matter what track you use. You know, a lot of guys in the N scale, they use the Cato N track, and you know, it's easy to use. So these locomotives that I'm running right now, they are Intermountains. So we'll see how well they perform. My last live stream that I did almost just seconds under 3 hours. And I had run my scale trains for 3.5 hours. They never skipped a beat. I don't plan on being that long, but I really like both the scale trains and Intermountain. So Heath, back to my current project, my round table, my 130-foot one. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. I didn't think I was going to put it in. I've had it for quite some time, and I finally found a place to stick it. So I'm going to really enjoy that. It just gives me something else to do. Hi, D. Shepherd. Okay, you have a track plan. Even on a scribble on a piece of paper. No, the thing about track planning with me is I've never used any kind of track plan. I've always gone up and looked, but for me, it's right here. It's all right here in curves. So really, the track, the curves kind of dictate where everything's going to go, because all my curves, I want to make sure they're at least 30 inches, at least minimum of 30 inches. That's just me. So I could draw up a track plan. And as a matter of fact, the center section, which I got my computer on, wasn't even part of this layout, which involved the bottom layer. So yes, Milton asked, did I use Envirotech? Yes, I used the Envirotech Lite for it. And believe it or not, this section here took 2 64-ounce bottles. That's a lot. That's a lot of Envirotech. Okay, Eth, have you had a lot of people on your live stream? I have not. Not met before. I think the only person no besides you is John. Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of new people that I haven't even seen on. I believe everyone's here. I think maybe I've seen John, um, but Charles and D. Shepherd and Milton, no. So, and again, thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. And again, I'm going to ask everybody check out he's channel. He's got a really good channel. Hey John 2618, what's up? Okay, Charles says my wife wants to know how long have you been working on your layout. Okay, Charles. Actually, I would say this is about 2 years. Um, just let me back up a little bit. My garage was more of a woodworking garage, and I had a small little 8 foot by like maybe 12-inch like switching layout above my desk, which you haven't seen. So about 2 years, and a lot has been accomplished in those 2 years. Hope that answers the question. He says, and now I know two Johns. Yeah, that's why I said John 2618. Okay, John B, already a member of He's channel. Lots of fun. Yeah, absolutely. John says, just living my life, one hotel at a time, laugh aloud. Yeah, I heard today in the chat, the other chat, you're in Colorado. Did I hear that correctly? He's call sign is Human City Junction. Cool, John Aspen. That's a beautiful place. Absolutely gorgeous there. He says, do you have any mods that can post links for you in chat? No, Heath, I'm just going to tell everybody, and I'm not embarrassed by it. This is all new to me, and I'm kind of computer illiterate. So when it comes down to posting things or stuff like that, I have to ask for help. And the one I ask for help is he's twitching right now. So as soon as I get better at this, okay, he says, and back to my other question, why did you get into trains and why did you get into HO scale? You know, I grew up with HO scale, but also Lionel. But more so HO, Heath. And I just kind of stuck to HO. I've always wanted to try N. But one of my other passions, Heath, was G scale. Now, years ago, years ago, I got contracted out through a train store out here in Southern California because I did beautiful outdoor G scale work. So I did a lot of G scale work. So, and I love the G scale. So I would have one in my backyard, but my dogs would tear it up. So really I was around family. So kind of HO just kind of stuck. But for some reason, I all of a sudden just said, you know, I might want to try 3-rail, but I've got so much money invested in HO scale that I don't know. I'd have a hard time with it. John says, yes, it's pretty time of this year. Milton says, been a subscriber for some time. I enjoy your work. Thank you, Milton. I really appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, John 2618. I hear you too. I enjoy modeling in HO as well, but would love to collect. Actually, in one of the chat, and I think Heath was on. He says, Daryl, why don't you just do both? You know, and I after that I started looking around in my garage, and really there's not that much room in my garage to even do that because, like here between the waterscape and my center table, it is just perfect shoulder width. And so I really couldn't run trains around the circle because I treat my layout in my garage like a trailer, and like trailers that go in trailer parks. I mean, they take every nook and cranny they can to put stuff. So that's kind of how I describe my layout. But I've been doing this for a long time. I just finally got up the nerve, like I said, about 5.5 months ago, and actually put my stuff on YouTube. And it was big. It was a big deal for me because my biggest thing is I'm not that good with the computer stuff. So I watch everybody putting links up and stuff like that. And I gotta maybe learn a little bit more, but this works for me. And I have, I have people, and like he said, hey, if you need any help, and that's wonderful, Heath. I really appreciate that. And Charles says, let's see. John says, did you get the blue comment yet in G scale? No. I think what I have in G scale, look, my dad collected G scale. So my dad's got collectible stuff from years way back. I have my dad, well, now they're mine. I do have a couple of Steams. So, I mean, I'm all set in G scale, but I would love to put it in the backyard, but my dogs would tear it up. Besides, I have a very beautiful koi pond in my backyard. It's beautiful, and that takes up most of my yard. And I love koi. So excuse me, I'm gonna grab something to drink. Hold on. No, Heath, I have not met Steve Childers. No, I have family that lives in Florida. They're in the Pensacola area. Again, I want to thank everybody for being a subscriber to me. I really appreciate that. Let me see if I can turn the bottoms on. Hold on. All right, let me see. Where are we at? Yeah, isn't that weird? That is weird. I turned those bottom lights on and now I became dark. That's okay. I'd rather you guys see the layout than me. So, wow, that's bizarre. I wonder, would anybody know why in the chat why I turned the bottom lights on and all of a sudden you can all of a sudden see my layout a lot better? That's crazy. Well, so far the inner mountains are doing pretty well. Okay, Charles asked, do you have any Bachmann engines on your layout? Yes, I do. I actually have a Bachmann Shay, and I run them every once in a while. Hey, Jerry. Man, it's late for you guys. Yeah, John, I believe the valence part of it, and that's the thing. It's, seeing it on camera. That's why I ordered a different camera. Actually, it was on a chat the other night, and one of the guys suggested one of these cameras, so I got it on order. It's coming tomorrow, so hopefully that might be a little bit different for me. So. Jerry says, yeah, I was about to shut it down when I saw you. Well, thank you, Jerry. I feel special tonight. Yeah, like I said, it's really hard because mostly everybody is on the East Coast. And anybody who's kind of on the West Coast kind of gets shut out for time. But but here I am. Yeah, I hear you, John. 2618. Yeah, you are closer to my time. You're central. Right now, you're central. Or yeah. But yeah, you want to try to stick to the East Coast. Yeah, it's really hard. But I appreciate you all being on. And like I said, even if I had one or two people on, that's good. I would still do the live stream and just kind of mess around. John 2618 says, but off to Alaska Tuesday. Then I'll be an hour earlier. Yeah. That's kind of a neat job you got there. Corporate flyer. That is really cool. Cherry, your internet clock is going to be all messed up. So Heath, where about in New York are you? If you don't mind answering that. Hold on, guys. I got someone at the door. Hello? Hello? I have no idea. I'm doing a live show. Okay. We'll check it out. Okay. All right, I'm back. So, anyways, what I'm running right now, these are the Walther 40-foot container. These are the Walther main lines, and they run fairly well. And of course, I don't run my trains at a very fast speed. So, and again, it's track work. Hey, JD, good evening. Well, now I've got one extra person on the chat that's here in California. Isn't that right, JD? Yep. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard for our It's hard for us West Coast guys to do a live stream, but you know, I think this is like my third or fourth one, and I try to keep them down where where it's like 4 o'clock or somewhere my time, so it'd be 7 o'clock back east. But even for this evening, I just decided if actually I was going to do it way later. I was going to do a midnight one, and I probably wasn't going to have anybody on, but it didn't matter to me. I mean, I was just messing around out in the garage, but I've got really good company right now, and thank you all. See, and there you go, John 2618. There you go. It's the same thing. You run into people and you just never really know. Now, I would say about a month ago, when I had a really long beard, a lot of guys would go, "Hey, brother, what kind of hog do you ride?" And I'd look at him and I laughed and I'd extend my arm out and then I'd go, "Hello, my name is Daryl and I play with trains." And they would take a step back and look at me and they would kind of get a smile and a grin on their face. Like, no way, he didn't just say that. And then before you know it, we would be conversating about trains. So it's the world's greatest hobby. Yeah. Yeah. You're right about that, Jerry. Yeah, and my area is not that bad, but I make sure that I'm well compensated at that time of the night because, like I said, during the summertime in Southern California, like right now, we're about around hovering. We were about hovering almost 100 a day. I don't know about your area, JD, but I know the valley got up pretty close to 100 a day. And if I was going to do any work in the garage, it can't be until after like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And sometimes I'll go to 2 or 3 in the morning on the weekend. So and you never know what's going to pop up underneath the garage door because I do leave it open enough to where somebody probably could get underneath. But John says I always keep it close to my friends and family about the trains. Don't know why. Yeah, John. That's the other thing. I hear what you're saying but John, you'd be surprised how many people just take to it. Because it always brings back childhood memories. That's what it was for me. So, and my grandpa and my dad. Keep Jerry, all the cool kids. Grandpa Rel says it was 100 at work yesterday, at home 70. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the only thing that sucks having, going into the garage. And I know JD lives in a little bit different area than I do, but I'm more closer set to the San Gabriel Valley Mountains. So the heat kind of settles up against the mountains. I'm nowhere near the ocean. So I'm about a good hour away from the ocean from Huntington Beach. Well, maybe not an hour, maybe about 45 minutes. Yeah, and right now, I've been hearing fireworks go off here in the city for the last 2 months. So I'm only, my poor dogs, they run and hide. July 4th here is like a war zone. And of course, they're illegal where I'm at. So, but it doesn't stop anybody. I've heard that before, Jerry. Somebody says you need a mini split. I do have an air conditioner for this garage, just that I have to wheel it out of the little house that I have in the back and just plug it in. John 26:18 says the bond shared by trains with my grandfather is something I will always cherish. It's just very special to me. Maybe one day I'll have a son or daughter to share that with. And that's the whole thing. You know, my boys are just in their early 20s and they like to come over and they like to play with the trains. Yeah, JD, you're 10 minutes from the beach. Yeah, I kind of figured you were pretty close to the beach because when you said it was 70, it was 100 where you work and 70 where you are. I kind of figured you might be close to the beach. Yeah, I didn't think about it, but I probably should have brought another locomotive off from the bottom. But okay, John B says my kids like trains but never got into them. My grandkids love playing with the trains. And there you go, John. That's cool. And that's what it's all about. Jerry. Jerry. Oh, Jerry, you're a funny man. You know, Jerry, I caught your live stream, but I didn't enter the chat because I just entered when you said, well, with that said, goodbye. And that was the end of your stream. So Heath, you're funny too. Heath, you're not 79. Hi, Taylor. Well, you know, welcome to my chat. I believe, Taylor, but if I'm looking at your Spokane, yeah, I believe you're here. I believe you're here on the West Coast. So Taylor, I just decided to do a live chat today, and so here we are. I'm just running a train and just enjoying good company. So welcome. If you have any questions, shoot. So Taylor, by your description, so you model UP or you photographer, or let us know. you guys are funny. Yeah, those are fireworks off in the background. Kind of loud. So how are you guys all liking that gas price? Because I know here in California, diesel I paid, I believe it was $7.25. That's crazy. It is now double. Yeah, you got this. Yeah, I got the same thing here, JD. I got the same thing. Yeah, they start right at dusk, man. And you know they're not just doing fireworks. I mean, I'm cool with that. I mean, but these guys are letting off bombs. Oh, that's cool, John. Sitting in our trailer at a campground, have a main CX line across the road. Well, I hope you're getting some footage. All right. Bugs. Well, hello, no hate, Jacob. He says, I got NS main line down the street. Well, I hope you're getting some good pictures there. Well, 519 is not bad, John. You know, California, I believe, is like almost like $2 higher than everybody else because of all the taxes that go into it. So, Jerry. Right on, no hate. Well, welcome to welcome to the live chat. Just running just running a train and just chatting with some good people. So I'm out on the West Coast. I'm in Southern California. Where are you going on vacation, JD? Jerry. Well, that's pretty cool. No hate, Jacob says, and I don't live very far from a CX yard. Yeah, see that's kind of cool, and especially if you like watching trains or you're a train lover. It doesn't matter if you're modeling, if you're photographing. I mean, when you're into trains, it's just like, you know, it's kind of in your blood. It's just like no lie. I mean, and this goes out to John 26:18. You know, I watched. I subscribe to the guys that do the LA live stream. I think it's Airplane Videos. They had a 24-hour event live stream, and they were live streaming from a hotel at LAX. And I got on the chat. I mean, why not? You know. But here it is again. You know, I love watching. I love watching planes take off and land. It's kind of the same thing, but it's not like I can have planes model in my garage. So. All right, JD, that sounds good. Going to stop and rail fan along the way. Right on. Where if I ask, I mean, where are you heading to? Tehachapi, maybe? The Loop? Up north? Midwest? John 26:18. You mean an in-scale layout by LAX? Is that what you mean? Oh, the in and out by LAX is cool. Oh yeah, no. Everybody I know that comes out here, even that I mentioned, I'm in Southern California. They go, "Hey, in and out." Yeah, no, that's the place to come to. Yeah, as a matter of fact, John, now that you said that, they live stream from there too, from the In and Out. It's like I said, when I go to drop off people to LAX, I'll go and I'll go sit and I'll watch the train. I'll watch the planes land and take off at LAX. It's just amazing to me. But I definitely love watching trains. And the thing about it is I'm on the road all the time, and I have a lot of opportunities to pull over and film trains. But here it is again. I'm sometimes it's just hard to park a truck because in the area that I'm in, I could film places like street running down Santa Ana Street, which is really, really cool. I got the Colton Yard, which is about 45 minutes away, which is a huge UP yard. And there's a lot of neat places to film. So Nohei says I recorded today. So do you have a channel? Nohei? Because I always ask everybody when they come on, hey, look up everybody's channel and give them love. That's what I tell them. Look up everybody's channel, give them love. It's a big hobby, but everybody I think everybody needs to support everybody because it is a small group. All right, JD, stopping in Flagstaff, Winslow, and Gallup. Cool. Right on. You visiting family out there, probably. John 26:18 says, watch some videos on the approach into Aspen. That's what I get to deal with all the time. Yeah. Well, it's not like we can get as close as we can to the locomotives. I mean, the airports are pretty restricted. Okay, I've traveled the I-40, JD, quite a bit. Actually, going out to the Colorado River because I do that too. Go to Havasu and Needles, as a matter of fact. Do a lot of boating and wakeboarding out there, but not as much. All right, no hate, Jacob. I mean, if you want to put it up, and then we can check it out. Okay. I've heard of that, the long shadows model trees. I'll have to look them up. I've heard that name before. Okay, let me. You know what? I'm gonna. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna get a pen. All right. So it's Jacob. Okay, Jacob, C train, CSXNS. Got it. Thanks, brother. Good night, Heath. Yeah, I hear you. No, it's hard. No, it's hard with all these live chats but thank you, Heath. I appreciate it. I really do. So I switched this around a little bit so maybe you all can see a little bit. Yeah, 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 Jacob. I have heard of Fostoria. Ah, well, that would make sense, JD. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, I'm going to check you out, brother. Absolutely. Well, so far so good with the Intermountains. I never know how well trains are going to perform. You know, so I'm very pleased with the way the Intermountains are behaving. Like I said, my last stream was 3 hours, and I had all my scale trains up, and they did flawless, flawless running. So far the Intermountains are doing pretty well. Because normally when I run trains when I kind of clean everything up when I'm done with a project, and then I'll run them, and just to get the satisfaction. So, okay, I think I subscribed to you like 3 months ago, and I saw one of your videos on this guy's on this guy's cool and then I haven't been able to watch any recent videos because I've been busy. Jacob, I hear you. We're all busy. Um, like I said, okay, you met this guy. Cool. And like I said, guys, I just ask everybody, look up everybody's channel, give them love. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just telling you, hey, this is a small community, and we all have the same love for the hobby. So whether you're modeling, whether you're photographing, it's all the same. We're all in the same hobby. And for me, there's no competing. I can care less. I've only started doing this like maybe 6 months ago, and I just enjoy people just even if I get one or two views, somebody watched it. it's that's fine for me. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Jacob says, I mean you. I seen you and I thought you were cool. Thank you. Well, I'm just me. I support everybody. And I try to. But now that it's becoming summertime, it'll probably be less and less videos. Maybe I'll do a couple shorts, but Hey, I don't know if any of you guys saw my last short that I did of my dog. If you haven't gone up on if you haven't seen my last short, it was my last one. I just posted like a day ago. Go give that video love for my dog. I do that for my dog all the time. And he knows when I put that ball there, he knows it's coming. And I thought that would really be cool to get a video of that. Jacob says it does seems like you got a good layout. Yeah, it's a decent layout. I mean, it's, like I said, it's modern. I'm not modeling any one place because I'm a little too OCD for that. So I just go with the flow. And like I said, it's all modern, all of it. You won't see all my buildings. You won't see these anywhere else. No. You know what, Jerry? I don't want to be destructive towards trains, but yeah, it's come pretty close. But like I said, I got that part down pretty good. Yeah, because it's close. But what happens is the front. I shut it off just before, and the front trucks will come off, but it immediately kind of grabs the rails and it slows it down really quick. So yeah, that would be tragic. That's why I put the Canadian Pacific up there, because that would just be horrible if I put one of my UPs up there or one of my NSs. Jeez. Yeah. Right on. Everything's running really good, people. I like it. It's good. Kind of get out of the way there. So also, if you notice, if you watch any of my videos, I like trucks. I mean, I think that goes hand in hand. To me, it's like trains and trucks, and I love the trucks. So I have a crap load of trucks. So when I'm building the industries, I keep in mind that I want to have room for trucks and trailers. And I just think that really, really adds to the layout. And that's one nice thing about HO. There's a lot of HO scale trucks to pick from. And that's what I love about HO. There's a lot to choose from. Okay, James, do you have a lot of scale trains or Athearn? Yeah. Um, I own probably just as much as all three of them. I have a lot of Athearns. I do have scale trains. Actually, I have a lot of scale trains, but I think mostly maybe what I have more of is the Intermountain. But I love the scale trains. I love them all. They're all cool. And I'm partial to UP, but here it is again. I like all class one railroads. So I have them all. You know, I don't know if my tether will go that far. Okay, I'm going to take you on just a little tour. Let me see if I can get this down. Okay, here we go, guys. Just bear with me. Thank you, John. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I appreciate it, brother. We'll see you soon. Okay, so I'm going to take this with me, and let's see what we can do. Let me see if I can get part of the bottom of it. So here's the bottom part of the layout. This is the understaging. and then it goes all the way that way. So I'm going to pan back this way because I was talking about Class A1 railroad. So these right here are my scale trains that I ran in my last session. I just pulled them off the track. I didn't bother taking them downstairs. So this is where I keep, this is what I would call staging. This is where I keep all my foreign locomotives. I don't know if you can kind of see, but it kind of goes out that way, and then it goes around, and it goes underneath. And then I'm gonna flip back up here. Here's my turntable. And then that area over there. And that's kind of a neat oops, got hooked on some. Yeah, my tether got short. But anyways, it's kind of a close view. So this is the 130-inch table that I'm working on. It's all done. It's ready to go. I just got to put the track down. So anyways, the trains come up from the bottom, and they come right out of this tunnel. And then right here is this area right here is like an area where I it's a helper facility. So, you know, I didn't know what to do with this area, but I thought a helper facility would be pretty cool. But in any case, but that's so, and then that's the rest of my yard down there. And there you go. So that's kind of like a little tour. There's a lot on the other side, but thank you, JC. Thank you, John. Yeah, so, and that, like I said, guys, that was an afterthought. That wasn't even in the plans. And in my center section, let me, oh, there we go. I must have hit some. Hold on, guys. Finally had a train derail. Wow, that's crazy. But anyways, that's weird. Anyways, yeah, you know, I like I said, I'm partial to UP, but you know, I get bored. I really do. I get bored really quick. So, you know, if I want to run something different, I just pull something from the bottom, and it works out really, really great. So, all right, gentlemen, I think we're gonna call it a night. I think it's time to actually go get some dinner. It's been one of those days, but yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining my live chat, and I really appreciate you all. And Jacob, I'm going to look you up. And John, I'm not too sure. I might be subscribed to you already, John, but I'm going to look it up anyways. So thank you, guys. Thank you, JD. Good night. Thank you, John 2618. Appreciate you, buddy. Good night, Jerry.